Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In this video today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the best nations to use on FIFA 23. By this, I mean the best nations in terms of getting players from them to get chemistry with them. So, we know the chemistry system works. You can get chemistry through league, same club, or nation. And there are definitely some nations that are better than others when it comes to hybriding. And for this one, we're going to be talking about Brazil, France and Portugal. So we're going to show you the best players you can get from these nations and why these are very good nations to build around. Now, they're not going to be perfect in every position. I'm not saying to build a full 11 of French players or Brazilian players, etc. But we're just showing you some of the reasons why these nations are really good. Now, all the top 9 here definitely have some good players across the board, and with different primos it will change a bit. But France, Brazil and Portugal right now are really good. So let's look at the keeper. For the keeper, you've got two very good ones in Mainan and Lloris. At centre-back, we've got top icon centre-backs in Desailly, Blanc, Konate's road to the knockouts great, Koundé, Varane, Kimpembe, Salah's in form, Hernandez, very good players in those positions as well, and then very good at the lower end. At left back, we've got one of the best left backs in the game in Theo Hernandez and Mendy. So again, you've got great options there. Now, I was about to say, can Mendy play right back? But no, he can't. Batiste, a pretty solid card, but I'd just go for the other two personally. Right back, not as much depth. Do we have a right wing back? Klaus, is it? He had a team of the week. Is that left wing back though? He can't play right back, unfortunately. So France a little bit lacking on that position. Favre was a good SBC. Diaby's pretty solid. Ikone, he's going to be really good when he gets double upgrades through the road to the knockouts. Primer. Ousmane Dembele is very good. And the thing is with the nations, if you can get a few players from the same nation, it just allows you to hybrid in between leagues and build much better squads when it comes to the chemistry. Centre mid, we've got two of the best free icon midfielders in Zidane and Vieira. The only one really that I would say is better, to be honest, would be Huller. He's obviously Dutch. Dutch do have some good icons, but you're getting two of the best midfielders in Zidane and Vieira. Thomas Lamar's very good with the upgrade here. You got Tuchemeni, one to watch, is going to get some upgrades. Got Kante, probably not as good this year, but still a solid card. Petit, Desailly, Makelele. Cam, we've got Zidane. That's just a more creative version, really, of the baby one. Fekir's got a very good card. France obviously have lots of different icons as well. Go to the left wing now. The left wing, Ginola. He's very versatile, so can play in a lot of different positions. But Ginola's honestly up there for the best card in the game right now. I'm not saying he's as good as R9, but for the price, this Ginola is one of the best value elite players. Coman's really good at the lower end of budget. Saint Max. Left wingers. Got Thierry Henry's card. He's actually very good on this year's game with height, physical mattering a little bit more. This Terrier's not a bad card. Then strikers. We've got Kylian Mbappe. Obviously one of the best cards in the game. Probably the best gold card of CR7 on old gen. He's definitely the best gold card. Got Hero and Papan. We've got Gavu's going to get good cards. Ben Yedder always gets a good card. This Thuram on new gen, actually a pretty decent lengthy striker in general. But we can see here France are just so good across the board. They're going to get lots of cards as the year goes on, of course, as well. At centre forward, Benzema. Cantona's one of the best icons this year with the lengthy stuff. Ribéry's going to get a rule breakers card in Team 2 tonight. So France, in pretty much every position bar right back, have some very solid options. So if you're looking to get a triangle more of players that are going to get easy chem at France is a great option. Let's look at what Brazil can be like now. Second nation we are looking at is Brazil. Brazil has a lot of talent, of course. Every single FIFA, they're going to have some great players. In net, you've got two of the best ones in the game in Alisson and Edison. Top keepers with very good chemistry links. One of the reasons we're looking at these nations is because of the chemistry links. Right back. Outside of icons, you were a bit screwed. There is supposed to be a rule breaker Brazilian player coming tonight there in SBC, so there is that. But you obviously have some of the best right backs in the game if you go Brazil. Centre back, we have Marquinhos. Lucio is debatably the best centre back in the game. That Bremer card's great. Eder Militao's great. Carlos Alberto, both his cards can play centre back. At a cheaper end, Diego Carlos, Lucas Verizamo are pretty good. So Brazil again have great centre backs. Left back, you had the Tellers SBC. Roberto Carlos isn't bad. Renan Lodi's obviously very solid at the cheaper end. Left wing, we had the Martinelli in form, the Paulinho objective. The obvious, though, special standout card for Brazil at left wing is Neymar or Vini. These are two of the very best in the game. On old gen especially. New gen Neymar needs to be out of the wing a bit more and put central. He's a bit slow on new gen, which is crazy, but it's just how it is. Vini's good on both. And then it's in the midfield. Plenty of options here again. I mean, these are not the best here, but in terms of the more defensive-minded ones, we've got Casemiro and Fabinho. In particular on new gen, these are really good. Casemiro's insane on the game this year. Cam, Ronaldinho, Kaká, Socrates. This Lucas Paqueta is very good in the midfield. Rivaldo. There's lots of great Brazilian icons. It's probably the best nation in the game when it comes to icons. Brazilian players always seem to get lots of good cards and promos and SBCs as well. Right wing, there is a bit of an issue when it comes to right mids, but when it comes to right wings, Brazil's blessed. Garrincha, Jairzinho. At the lower end, we've got the Rafinha knockout card. Rodrigo's cheap. Antony, normal Rafinha. Brazil has the best depth easily in right wing. So right now, honestly, Brazil is probably the best nation in the game just in terms of all-round depth across the board. And then up front, we have big R9. You have Jesus, Cunha, Richarlison at a lower end. Centre forward, we have the highest rated icon in the game in his man himself, Pele. Brazil is absolutely stacked and will continue to be all year. So if you look into hybrid, some different nations, Brazil is obviously top tier and a very good option. But the last nation we're looking at, Portugal. Now, like I've said, Brazil and France are insane. And every nation, when we look at them out of these top nations, can be very good. Every one of these has great players across the board. But it would be like a 30-40 minute video if we did all of them. Portugal, though, very good. Keeper, a bit weak. They've got some okay keepers, but nothing special there. Right back, this Wilson Manafat was a really good card. Diego Dalot's in form's really good. Not top tier right backs, but still very good. Centre back, Carvalho's a beast. I've heard rumours of Pepe maybe getting a rule breaker. Diaz pretty good on new gen, but a little bit slow. But Carvalho's very good in general. Left back, João Cancelo, one of the best fullbacks in the game. So their defence is still pretty stacked. Right mid, not many great players, but then we have one of the best right wingers in the game in Luis Figo. So you've got a top player there. Luis Figo is very good at this point of the game. Centre mid, the João Mario card was decent. Renato Sanchez is one to watch. Almost certainly will be an 85 by mid-November. That is going to be one of the best midfielders in the game. Renato Sanchez is very, very good on the game. CDM, this Paulinho on new gen's pretty good. On old gen, bit stinky, but a solid card on that. Of course, you're going to have Bruno Fernandes. Bernardo Silva's a decent card. Rui Costa. So they're pretty solid in the midfield area. Not as good as some of the other nations, but decent. Do they have a left winger? Yep, they do. Rafael Leao. At this point, outside of Icons Heroes, one of the best left wingers in the game. He is an absolute animal. And on new gen, can get a lengthy with the Architect. So getting him lengthy with these stats, he's going to be an absolute animal. Up front, two of the best strikers in the game. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's amazing. His rule breaker card's even better. Guedes is pretty decent at the lower option, but this Ronaldo card's one of the top strikers in the game. And then, of course, one of the best icons every single year, Eusebio. And at the cheaper end, Jota, João Felix. Portugal are absolutely stacked. Maybe a little bit less likely to keep getting great cards as the year goes on. So maybe not the best compared to some nations. like I say, I'd say Brazil and France are the best. Portugal, probably third right now. And then when we look across the board, some of these are going to be great options too. I just don't think they have the depth across the positions. So those are some of the best nations in the game to use, in my opinion. Are there any nations you guys have been building? It doesn't have to either be as well that you just stick to one nation for the whole team. It can be that you might find some really good links like Yaya Toure, Kessie, and Wilfred Zaha rule breakers. Little stuff like that can be interesting. Icons are really good for nation building. They're not the best for chemistry in general, but nation building chemistry with that can be good because icons give double chemistry. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. Appreciate your support as always. Keep it spicy, and I will see you guys in the next one.